Community Action News with Rick Godley, CAN. Remember, when you can't, maybe together we can. Community Action News, CAN.
Rick-Tok.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Rick Godley. We're standing on the grounds of the Autrey House Museum in Dubach, Louisiana. Gaelynn Brown and Jack Brown drove up all the way from Danbury, Texas, and Gaelynn had reached out to me, maybe a month or so ago. And so, Gaelynn, if you would take the reins and tell us what you're doing here, why you wanted to come to the Autrey House.
Okay. Jack and I are both teachers. I'm English and history, and Jack has been a lifetime history teacher. So we love this kind of stuff. But I am a direct descendant of Absalom Autrey, great-great-great-granddaughter of his. His son, John Mabe, was the father of John Absalom, who was the father of Daniel Webster Autrey, who was the father of my mother, and then me. So we grew up, whole bunch of Autreys, surrounded by Autreys. Everybody had 17, 18 brothers and sisters, and so we have lived our lives learning all about the history. And I got to see the house about 20 years ago and just have always wanted to see the inside of it. So I made them come up on a summer road trip. I don't know how excited they were, but I was very excited to see it.
We're very excited.
And we thank you so much for letting us in.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So, all right, now what's your takeaway that you've been inside? I mean, you have to be overwhelmed also about literally the size of the families, not only from the original, but literally prolific down through the generations, so much so that you really can't have a Christmas with all the Autreys and not go broke.
No, they don't. There isn't a place big enough to house us all, for sure.
Right.
And that is definitely one thing. The Autreys, very prolific. Always, all of them. My granddaddy had 4 girls who went on to have, multiple children themselves, and then we have all had multiple children. So we are a growing family for sure. And we're all over the state of Texas, but we're all over the United States as well. I think you've had some visitors from other states, Washington,
State of
I believe.
Washington, right. And we had another family come up to the Lincoln Parish Museum. It was over a month ago from Nacogdoches, Texas, Autrey. So there's a spirit of discovery, of wanting to find out more about the Autrey of generations, which is encouraging to me. And I'm getting an idea on the spot. I may have to put out Autrey stock, and we can have that right here, have an outdoor.
That would actually be, the ones you could get that are still living for sure. Yes, it would be, I don't believe any of the 17 brothers and sisters my granddad have are alive anymore. I know they're not. But several of them lived well into 90s, even 100 at some point. But because everybody had so many children, we just spread like wildfire. Apparently we know what we're good at doing. So we're good at procreating.
Keep up the good work. Well, Jack, is this your first time here as well, or?
Yes, this is my first time at the Autrey House.
And give us your takeaway on this, Mr. History Major.
It's fantastic. I love it. Love going in and seeing all of the old relics and things that are in the different rooms, and I love stuff like this. I always have. And so teaching history, Texas history, world history, it's really neat to get to see something like this that's well over 200 years old. So,
well, I'm highly encouraged, again, because as you know, when a generation dies, when a person dies, when a matriarch or patriarch dies, there goes a whole library. There goes a whole wealth of information. And we all hear these lines when people say, I wish my grandmother was around so I could ask her these questions.
Yes,
so
definitely.
I'm just saying this for the sake of those who may be watching this later on, that if you have a story to tell, I'd be happy to come, set up the camera to capture the story, be the living history, so that we can have this for future generations.
Absolutely. And if anybody has any of the genealogy mapped out, hopefully you can tag me on Facebook and we can get in touch, because I would love to have as much as I can get. So.
Well, from what I'm gleaning, if we're going to do an Autrey genealogy, we'll probably have to get the stadium in Dallas there for the wall to have that
at
flow
least
chart.
From Absalom and his children, and it doesn't matter. I'm so far down but we still have children and with the middle name of Autrey. Generations after us. My nieces and nephews all have middle names of Autrey and first names of Autrey. We have several first name Autreys. So my mom and her sisters were very family oriented. They were very close to their parents, and they truly, you know how people do. You take pride in your family and in your family's history.
Keeping the name alive.
Well, for sure,
So-
and now with the advent, with social media, as you saw the mother and son that came from the state of Washington, you all need to connect and just keep this thing happening and keep us in the loop as well.
Yes.
It's not like we don't know everything,
Well, and we certainly don't. I don't know if you can know everything
But I get questions all the time, and the answer is I don't know. And so to me, that's an opportunity to do research and fact find.
Absolutely, and we thank you so
Oh, you're
much.
welcome.
Absolutely.
You're welcome.
This was special. I planned this road trip and threw him all in the car. He's our driver. So yeah, it's interesting once he gets here, but I don't know if he liked being in the car with all of us for that long.
Well, again, this is a memory.
It was worth it, though.
It's a
It was
memory
worth it.
made in the moment that will be treasured in the future.
Let's hope so.
Oh, yes, definitely.
We're going to force that
right.
on them. We'll see.
Well, safe travels back.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, you're welcome.